Princess Adora was the only child of King Obinna and Queen Nkem of Umudike Kingdom. She was blessed with beauty that could make even the most disciplined warrior lose his focus, but there was one problem: she was the laziest person in the entire kingdom. From childhood, she never lifted a finger to do anything. Maids bathed her, dressed her, and even fed her. While other children learned skills, she spent her days lounging in the palace garden, eating the best meals and sleeping under the shade of tall palm trees. If anyone asked her to do something, she had only one response: "I am a princess. Work is for servants." Her mother, Queen Nkem, tried to correct her. "My daughter, one day, you will be a queen. You must learn how to take care of yourself and your people." Adora would laugh. "Mama, I will always have servants. Why should I stress myself?" Her father, King Obinna, was more lenient. He spoiled her with expensive clothes, jewelry, and whatever her heart desired. He believed his daughter deserved the best, and if she didn't want to work, so be it. As the years passed, the kingdom prospered, but people whispered about the lazy princess. They feared for the future. What will happen when she becomes queen? They murmured, "Can someone so lazy rule wisely?" One day, a great problem arose. The neighboring kingdom, Omaliko, had suffered a terrible famine, and their people began invading Umudike's farmlands, stealing food. King Obinna called for a meeting. "We must be prepared," said Chief Okeke, the oldest and wisest of the king's advisors. "The warriors must be trained. The farmers must increase their yield. Everyone must contribute, including the royal family." Everyone nodded, everyone except Adora. She was reclining on a cushioned chair, peeling an orange lazily. "I don't see how this concerns me," she said, tossing the orange peel aside. "That's why we have warriors and farmers." They all fell silent. Even her father frowned. Queen Nkem sighed. "Adora, this is your home. You must learn responsibility." Adora waved a hand dismissively. "War is for men. Famine is for commoners. I will not dirty my hands." The elders exchanged worried glances. They knew something had to be done. That night, King Obinna and Queen Nkem spoke in hushed tones. The queen was frustrated. "We failed her, my husband. We let her believe that laziness is acceptable." The king sighed heavily. "She must learn. We have been too soft on her. I have a plan." The next morning, the king summoned Adora. "My daughter, I have decided that you must marry a strong and hardworking prince from a neighboring land. Perhaps that will teach you responsibility." Adora gasped. "What? Marriage? Father, I am not ready." "Then prove that you are responsible enough to rule alone," the king said. "For the next 3 months, you must live among the commoners. You will farm, cook, fetch water, and learn the value of hard work." The princess's mouth fell open. "Live like a commoner? Never. It is either that or marriage," the king said firmly. "Decide." Seeing no way out, Adora grudgingly agreed. The next morning, she was taken to a small hut on the outskirts of the kingdom. There were no servants, no soft beds, no warm baths. Just her and the hard life she had always ignored. Her first task was to fetch water from the stream. She carried a clay pot on her head and stumbled through the dusty path. The pot was heavy, and within minutes, she was sweating. She had never sweated before. By the time she reached the stream, she was exhausted. But the worst was yet to come. As she bent to fill her pot, she lost balance and fell into the water with a loud splash. The village children, who had come to fetch water, burst into laughter. "Look at the princess. She cannot even fetch water." They teased. Humiliated, she struggled out of the water and trudged back home, soaked and miserable. Her troubles had just begun. The next day, she was sent to the farm. She had to till the soil, plant yams, and weed the land. Her hands became blistered, her back ached, and for the first time in her life, she felt true pain. By the end of the week, Adora was ready to give up. She sat outside her hut crying. An old woman, Mama Ifoma, who had been watching her struggles, approached. "My daughter," she said gently, "why do you cry?" Adora sniffed. "I have never walked before. I do not know how." The old woman smiled. "No one is born knowing everything. We learn. Let me teach you." Slowly, Mama Ifoma taught her how to cook, how to weave baskets, and how to fetch water properly. The village women showed her how to pound yam and prepare food over an open fire. It was hard, but something strange happened. Adora began to enjoy it. She felt a deep satisfaction in cooking her own meals. She smiled when she successfully carried water without spilling. She felt pride when she harvested her first yam. For the first time, she understood the value of hard work. One evening, she sat by the fire with Mama Ifoma. "I never knew life could feel so fulfilling," she admitted. Mama Ifoma chuckled. "Because you never tried before." Adora nodded. "I see now. Hard work is not suffering, it is purpose." After 3 months, Adora returned to the palace. She was no longer the lazy princess. She stood taller, her hands were rougher, and her heart was stronger. When she walked into the royal hall, her parents gasped. She no longer walked like a spoiled child but with confidence and grace. King Obinna smiled. "My daughter, have you learned your lesson?" Adora nodded. "Yes, father. I was blind, but now I see. I will never be lazy again." The court erupted in cheers. The people of Umudike rejoiced, for they knew their future queen had changed for the better. Princess Adora became one of the greatest rulers Umudike ever had. She walked alongside her people, ensuring no one suffered while she lived in luxury. She understood their struggles and led with wisdom and compassion. She taught her future children that wealth and privilege meant nothing without hard work and responsibility. And so, the once lazy princess became a legend, proving that change is always possible for those willing to learn.